All right, guys. So obviously for all those people that are jumping on right now, once again, my name is Max Garza III. I'm calling in out of North America. Thank you very much for joining this Power On Network and XeCoin objection training for 2016 and obviously 2017, guys. We're a few days away from 2017, and because of the amazing talent that we have on our teams around the globe, we are growing at a breakneck speed, guys. Literally, this is going viral in 120 countries already. And because of your efforts, we're able to penetrate markets that we never thought we'd be able to get into this fast. And that means one thing, guys, you're really buying into the ability to change your financial future. And we commend you. Because at the end of the day, guys, a lot of people don't understand cryptocurrency and the power behind the blockchain network. You're talking about $1 trillion industry, guys, and people are taking notice. Everything from Wall Street to banks to government, they understand that because it's decentralized and no one person owns it, right? No bank owns it, no government owns it. People are flocking to it by the millions. In India right now, you have Bitcoin that's being purchased at $1,000 per Bitcoin, guys. That's right. Here in the States, last I checked, it was trading at $791 per Bitcoin. And in China, I heard a story about 1 million Chinese people bought into Bitcoin. That's why you're starting to see this run of valuation up, because it's moving away from their yen. Obviously, guys, people love the fact that it's instantaneous. You can save money over credit cards. You don't have to worry about interchange fees. You don't have to worry about exchange fees the way Western Union, MoneyGram, and banks have it, right? You're talking about pennies on the dollars versus a couple $100 when it comes to interchange and exchange fees when we're talking about banks, Western Union, and MoneyGram. And while we're on that, guys, don't forget, remittance. Global remittance is a $580 billion a year industry. When I say remittance, I just mean money transfers, right? Families that are working abroad, sending money back to their loved ones back home. You're talking about a $580 billion industry alone, right? And banks and companies like Western Union, MoneyGram take their chunk, between 9 and 16% of that. So as people are getting more wise to cryptocurrencies and their derivatives like the XeCoin, you're going to start seeing a lot more adoption all around the world, guys. I mean, literally everybody's starting to get keen on what Bitcoin, blockchain, and derivatives of blockchain like the XeCoin are, guys. And that's super exciting for all of us that are working to get this information in front of people around the world. So let's begin with our training tonight, guys. Now, objections are inevitable with recruiting and network marketing. Even some of your most serious prospects will have objections just prior to signing up. It's actually a good sign because they are either, one, slowing down the process to ensure they understand everything before they make the big decision, or two, they are testing you to evaluate your strength as a good sponsor and that you are the leader they are seeking. Now, here are some important points in handling objections, guys. Number one, neutralize objections. Always validate their objections by complimenting and or agreeing with the prospect's concerns. This acts to decrease the objection's potency. Good objection phrases can be, I can respect that, I can appreciate that, thanks for sharing that concern. That's exactly how I felt when I first started. And don't forget, guys, we train you a lot on using feel, felt, found. As an example, whether it was Alan Holmes or Jay Artis or all the leaders that we have that I see here on the board, many of you have been trained on using feel, felt, found. And don't forget, guys, when I say feel, felt, found, if somebody gives me an objection like, well, you know, I don't really know too much about the XeCoin, I would say something like, hey, I totally understand how you feel, right? I felt the same way at one point, but what I found out was the valuation of Bitcoin started at less than a penny, and all of a sudden in today's market they're trading at over $790 a Bitcoin. Now, I would say something like Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It's like the United States dollar, it's fiat currency, but the XeCoin is backed by green, clean, renewable energy. So obviously the valuation will be more stable and it's got a longevity strategy behind it. Now, that's one of the ways I handle that objection, guys, right? But I use feel, felt, found a lot, and so do many of you. Now, you can actually bring up the objection yourself before the prospect does, thereby deflecting it before it even occupies their mind. Assume the sale, and what I mean by assume the sale, guys, don't give them the ability to say no, right? Don't forget, when you're talking to somebody about joining the Power On network, you have total control. As an example, if I was talking to Jermaine Cockfield out of New York, right? And if I said, hey, Jermaine, thank you very much for your time today. You know, you saw my video on YouTube. What did you like about it, right? I'd be a question-based marketer. He'd tell me things like, hey, Max, you know, I'm really starting to get into cryptocurrency. I want to learn more about blockchain technology. Well, I would assume the sale right away, right? He's interested. I don't have to oversell the fact that he can make money with our company. So I would do something very, very simple, right? I would use the assumptive close. I would say, hey, Jermaine, I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I first saw the information, but what I found out was that you can actually hold your position absolutely for free. If you so decide to purchase a package because you want to hold some coins, let them gain value, and then when it gets to a valuation you're comfortable with, you can sell them and obviously make a profit off the margin minus some fees in the exchange, you're more than welcome to do that. Again, guys, I tell them exactly as I'm training you is exactly what I do on a daily basis, and I sign people up every single day. I assume the sale. I don't even ask them if they want to do it. As you can hear in my pitch right now, not once did I ask Jermaine, hey, do you want to do this? No. I led the conversation. I assumed the sale, and I even said he could hold his position for free. That is the most powerful thing that you have in your arsenal right now, guys, is assuming the sale. Now, always make sure you have appropriately gone through a discovery process with your new prospect. This is a process where you build rapport and gain their trust as well as recognize their why. Now, when possible, reply to their questions and concerns with a question. Remember, guys, I teach you how to be question-based marketers, right? As long as you are the one doing the asking, you will hold all the power. Okay, so here are those dreaded objections. Number one, money are you making? I mean, come on, guys, we all get that, right? But you don't have to be a douche and try and tell everybody that you're making $100,000, $1 million. You just sound, you know, you literally sound like some herb that's not making any money, right? The best response, it's not about how much money I am making. It's about how much money you are capable of earning. This focuses the question back onto them. You want them to know it is irrelevant whether you are making $200 or $20,000 a month. What is relevant is the kind of success they can obtain. Stress the opportunity. If they can see that it is a great opportunity, then you have sold them. Their success is limited only by their own limitation, not someone else's, and that is the beauty of being in business for themselves. Now, one of the things I'm going to change in this training, guys, I'm going to clean this up. Instead of telling people opportunity, we're working with a project, right? A project. I say, hey, guys, look, I'm working on a project. It's a very explosive project. It's more explosive than Bitcoin, and it involves green, clean, renewable energy. Remember, instead of opportunity, use the word project. That's something that I need to clean up on this training, and I'll do that. The beautiful thing about this, guys, is these are all done live. I just type these out, you know, right before the training, so I get to kind of, you know, you get to hear my thoughts in action, right? I never really have a script. I just go based on the knowledge I have over 20 years of experience training people just like you to basically hit a financial grand slam. So another thing, guys, so remember, we don't say the word opportunity. We say project, right? And we don't say, as an example, you don't ever want to use terms like switch, right? No switch, no opportunity, no meetings, right? Instead of meetings, we say company overviews, right? So it's amazing what your language can do. Your language is the software that unlocks the mind. So number two, not sure I can afford it, right? That's the second objection. Now, this question is dependent on your discovery process. Have you established the why, right? If it has anything to do with earning more money, then you need to redirect them back to this. You shared with me earlier that you value having enough money to put your kids through college, or wanted more money for retirement, or more money to spend more time at home with your family, etc. Or if I could show you a way to create a positive cash flow for your family without changing what you're currently doing, would you be opposed to looking at what I have to offer? Remember, guys, question-based marketing, right? We're not over here. The reason why I tell you not to lead with how much money you're making is because then you're going to, literally, that's all they're going to do. They're going to tell people, hey, this is how much I make. They're going to turn people off. People that normally talk about how much money they make don't make any money, right? Or they've never made money and they get one big check and they think that they're God's gift to network marketing, to business, you name it. So I tell people, if people are telling you how much money they make, it's because they've never made money. for those of us that have been top money earners, top recruiters, we've been there, done that, right? And we've learned not to lead with how much money we make, because literally you just turn people off and then you teach people the absolute wrong way to build rapport. All right. So again, you are addressing their objection with a question. You're making them think inward and reflect rather them asking you all the questions having to defend yourself. Objection number 3, I don't have the time. Guys, we get that a lot, right? Because people have 9-to-5 jobs, they go to school, they have kids. Now remember, many of us, we work from home, right? We make our schedules, but these people don't know how to do that. They have that 9-to-5 mentality, and they're looking for something, right? They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So make their objection become the reason. You can ask. Again, remember, ask. Question-based marketing. If you keep doing what you are currently doing, do you think that over the next 5 years, you will have either more or less time, right? I'll just shut up and let them answer. With network marketing, you can leverage your time through the efforts of others. Or if I can show you a way to get some of your time back by leveraging the efforts of others, would you be willing to carve out 7 to 10 hours per week toward this goal? That's a very powerful one, guys, because, again, I'm not trying to put more on their shoulders, right? I'm going to do the heavy lifting. I'm going to help them bridge everybody to our webinars that we do every Wednesday night and every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to bridge their people. I'm going to help them get their team trained globally, because I'm going to do all the heavy lifting. The company's going to do all the heavy lifting, so that all you have to do is invite, invite, invite. This business is simple, guys. It's about learning the information and inviting people to come and get excited and motivated beyond belief, right? Or prior to joining this business, someone once asked me what the definition of insanity was. They told me it is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Do you agree with this definition? Now, the reason why I sometimes use that question, guys, is because it's basically a tie-down, right? Many people, when they hear that, they say you get them in a yes state of mind. It's a sales tie-down, right? Or do you want to continue spending all your time building someone else's dreams, or is it time you devoted your precious time towards building your own dreams? That gets a lot of people, because it makes them think, guys, hey, you're right. I'm working 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week, building someone else's dreams, and I'm over here, making 40, 50, 60, 70,000, whatever they make, right? You just make them think. Now, number 4, I don't like to sell, or I don't know how to sell, right? That's great, because neither do I. That's what I say, right? We encourage people to hand out tools to do the talking for them. With a professionally crafted presentation, you are the messenger, not the message. Again, guys, remember, we are trying to get people to get to a VIP event. Whether it's a webinar or whether it's a conference call, we're just trying to help them become the messenger, right? They're gonna basically go out and share the message with people. They're not going to be the message. They're going to share the message. Hey, you know what, guys? We'd love to have you as a VIP guest on our webinar on either Wednesday or Saturday, right? You give them 2 different days, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and you follow up with them, guys. The problem with people is they don't have a traffic problem. They have a consistency and follow-up problem. Literally, there's a ton of people out there, guys, that are looking to make money, but many of us don't follow up with them, right? The consistency part is just making sure that we follow up with those people that are telling us, yes, I want more information. So now, another one is, did you ever mention a great restaurant or movie to a friend? Did you ever get paid for the recommendation? And I shut up and let them answer, right? You got to let them talk. Our business will pay you for recommending something that you already believe in and which holds value to you. Or the other part of our business is about coaching and working with and inspiring a team. Would you have any problems inspiring others if it were to directly benefit you financially? The reason why this one's very valuable, guys, is because everybody at their core wants to help others, right? If you're not in this business right now to help others, then you're in it for the wrong reason. I mean, many of you are in here to make money. That's a given. But literally, guys, I'm going to tell you the secret to success. The secret sauce has helped me reach the top of 3 MLM companies. The more I took the eyes off of myself and the more I helped people have success, the more money chased me. So this is what I mean about inspiring others, right? Because when you start inspiring others, they literally, they become magnetic and they start having more confidence and they go out and talk to people. And when they come back and you literally, you edify them as your business partner, right? They get super excited because nobody's ever talked about them in that light. So your job, guys, is you're an inspiration coach. Literally, I want you to write that down. I am an inspiration coach. Why? Because the more people you can inspire to achieve greatness, the more commas you will have on your check. I promise you that. Number 5, I don't really get this because I posture a lot, but many newbies will get this just because they're a little bit soft, right, when it comes to posturing, and they'll get better at it. Don't look, I tell people this all the time. The more you get on training, the more you get on webinars, the more you study, the more passion you have, and that passion becomes obsession, and that obsession turns into what? You build these humongous teams around the world. But number 5 is this a pyramid scheme? That makes me laugh, but people get it, right? Edify your company through third-party validation. Emphasize the sustainability and soundness of your business and financial model. Guys, remember, it is not hard to do that with our company. Why? Because at the end of the day, we have partnered with a very reputable company. XeCoin is leading the way. It's a pioneer in energy storage devices. Watching the timeline, guys, when you look at the timeline that has been defined, and we know that moving into 2017, we have the Cube development coming out, right? We have the Vertigo pack. Moving into 2018, now we're starting to look at the home systems, the towers, right? The ESS towers, and much more, literally kiosks in 2019, other PPAs with other renewable sources going into 2020. Our longevity strategy, guys, is in place. Literally, no other cryptocurrency can touch the technology that's backing our coin. So a great way around this objection is to outline the similarities network marketing has with the business models of the insurance and the real estate industries. That works for me, guys. You can mention famous people who have been involved in actively promote or started network marketing companies in recent years. I do this all the time. I mentioned Robert Kiyosaki, The Business of the 21st Century, that's a book, Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, all are billionaires thanks to network marketing, right? So in one way or another, guys, they have all started network marketing companies and made a fortune because they believe in the distribution model. Look, guys, the reason why network marketing works is because if some random person calls me, right, just some random person out of the blue, it's probably 50-50 that I pick up that phone call. But if it's one of my buddies, my best friend, somebody I went to school with, somebody I work with, a cousin, right, somebody that I know and I see them calling, I'm going to take their call and I'm at least going to give them time of day. That's why network marketing, direct sales, MLM, whatever you want to call it, has such a phenomenal distribution modality because it allows businesses to get their message in front of hundreds of millions of people around the world every single day. Now, the key is not to get into a fighting match, guys. Do not try to convince, but if your company has some impressive data and credibility, now's the time to bring this up. The facts will speak for themselves. It's even better if you have a physical copy of a well-known publication, as an example, Money Magazine, Forbes, etc., with your company being featured or awarded in it, guys. Now, hope that helps with managing objections. The key is just being prepared for when they arise and practice, practice, practice. The more comfortable you are with handling common objections, the more at ease and confident you will come across. Guys, don't forget, at the end of the day, when Mr. Don Nasenka was at Hawker, he took that company from $200,000 in sales to over $200 million in sales. They had defense contracts in the United States government. They had a bunch of commercial industrial contracts. So at the end of the day, it's not very difficult to edify our company because we're working with a Goliath in the energy storage, business and the renewable, the lithium-ion nanotechnology business, guys. We literally have so much edification that we can do for our company, and all you got to do is go to our website, www.xergonics.com, and even learn more about Coda Energy. Go to their website. Learn about what we're doing, because when people find out the kind of technology is back in XeCoin, they're going to go crazy. Now, guys, I was going to stop at 5, but literally I want to give you 3 more objections because literally I'm writing this out as we speak, and what I'm thinking about doing is just cleaning it up and then putting it in the groups so that you can share this with your new people or people that are seasoned, right? Many companies don't train their people to handle objections. So let's move on to number 6. You'll get this a lot. Well, how much is it? This is a possible objection you will encounter from a skeptical person before they attend a meeting or see a presentation. And remember, we don't say meeting, we say project, right? And I got to clean that up. Again, the beauty of being live, baby. Note that if you share with them the cost of your company before they see a presentation, they will immediately think of their finances, and if they can afford throwing away that amount of money, of which they will 99% of the time conclude that they cannot and tell you they can't afford it, here's what I say. There are several different options to join a business, but what I would feel more comfortable if you watched a presentation as it may not be a fit for you, and then you would not spend a dime. The beauty about what we have here, guys, is that at the end of the day, they can join our company for absolutely free. Remember, don't forget about holding your position for free, right? Write it down, because that's what I tell people. Look, guys, I tell people this is not a sales call. All I'm doing is making sure that we reserve your position. You can hold your position for free and start making money with our company. And if you so decide to purchase a package later on because you want to take advantage of getting the coins at a low valuation and then selling them when they're at a level that you're comfortable with, right? A level higher, more valuation, then you make the profit off the margin minus some fees in the exchange or however you sell them, right, guys? So that's very, very important. Now, why this works, it makes them curious, right? Why wouldn't it be a fit for them? What does that say about what I think about them? Now, number 7, I get this a lot. I need to do my research. This has a slight takeaway edge to it to slow you down in the closing process. A rule of thumb is when someone does a takeaway from you, you take away a little harder. I never mind this MLM objection. The wrong thing to do here is to try and hard close them and tell them not to worry about the research and just to get them in now. Guys, remember, they're skeptical. Let them be skeptical. Not everybody is impulsive, right? Not everybody gets super cranked out of their mind because they're seeing a company that's more explosive than Bitcoin. Here's what I say. I totally understand. We have well over 20 videos that you can go through and absolutely take your time. It may take you 1 to 3 weeks to go through everything, and that is fine, as I just don't want to work with someone that joins with their fingers crossed behind their back, hoping for success. If you decide to join, I would want to make sure this is the company for you before I spend a lot of time training you. So, in other words, we're deflecting back because, again, we want them to understand that we hope this is a good fit for them. At the end of the day, we have hundreds of millions of people out there that are, breaking down our door to come into our company. Why this works, guys? They're not used to someone of high posture to speak to them this way. They're used to sniveling network marketers that beg and say pretty please with snickerdoodles on top. Will you get in my business? Also note that some people are simply contrarians. They will do the exact opposite of whatever you suggest. I've had many people, more than not, immediately join after I say the above to them because, again, I'm doing a harder takeaway, right? The reason why I'm saying that is, look, I've got plenty of people to work with, right? That's basically when I'm posturing. I tell them, I just want to make sure you have financial success. If you have not received the level of success that you want, I've got the company, I've got the training, I've got the support, literally, and your timing is so valuable. That's what I'm trying to say by posturing like that, guys. And number 8, I'll repeat this because a lot of people will tell you this. I am not a salesperson. Here's the reality. I have to detrain people who are trained sales people, right? This is not about who you can close, but how you can teach and train. This is not about selling someone a product. It's about selling someone the idea that they can do it. That is a huge distinction, guys. The super salesperson will close people and move on to the next person, not bother following a process that can be duplicated. They would just go for what works versus what duplicates. Don't forget, guys, we're not looking for super salespeople, right? We're looking for what? Inspirational coaches. You got to take time out of your day and work with your people so they can be successful, because if you do that and you duplicate that, you'll never have to work another day in your entire life. Now, here's what I say. It is actually a good thing that you're not a salesperson, as that means I do not have to detrain you. This is about following our training, not bringing your sales skills to the table. Whether you are a salesperson or not, isn't really the question. The question is, are you coachable? And if you are, then we can work with you and show you step by step how to do this business. Now, why this works, guys? Most people think anything that has a commission behind it is hardcore sales, especially people that have always worked for others at an hourly wage or salary. Most highly trained salespeople end up failing at this industry because they do not understand it is about making their people successful, not just them being the superstar. People that raise this MLM objection are actually usually caring people, and when they understand it is about helping people versus closing them, they will see the opportunity as more viable. Now, MLM objections do not have to stress you out anymore, guys. We're going to do trainings every single week, or at least every other week, to make sure you're comfortable. In the future, we'll start doing, conference call trainings where people will get to interact more, right? But for now, I want to get this series of videos out so you can use it with your new people. They can get comfortable, and when they run into these objections, they can win, right? So don't let people with simple MLM objections stress you out, guys. Get the upper hand by being postured and powerful, and by doing your research with your upline and or company. Do not be afraid, guys, to become a student of the company, to get with your upline and ask questions, right? But literally, remember, if you get to a point where you can duplicate this information and people get super inspired, because we are what? We are what? Everybody say, inspirational coaches, right? As we inspire others to believe they can, guys, they'll move mountains for you. They'll literally build a team so big that you never thought you, and this is what I tell people, guys, don't ever prejudge anybody, because you might have the next multi-million-dollar earner on your team, and you don't even know it yet, guys. You never know when something just resonates in their mind, and you flip that switch, and they literally are so sick and tired of their situation that they just go ham and build an absolutely massive downline around the world. So that being said, guys, that's the training for tonight. We hope this brought value to you. We'll clean this document up, and we'll post it in the training group, and we will upload this video for you so you can share it with your people. We hope that you are now more inspired. Light your hair on fire, guys, and people from miles around will come to watch you burn. What I mean, guys, is your passion is what people buy into. The company's phenomenal. The products are phenomenal. But what's gonna magnetize you and get people to follow you is your passion, guys, and nobody can take that away from you. Because right now, you are seeing something that is bigger than the first internet, guys. You're seeing something that's bigger than the pyramids of Egypt. Literally, I promise you that blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies like XeCoin are going to change the way we do business for generations to come, guys. And I thank you very much for spending some time with us tonight. We hope that you can like and share this when we put it inside of the training group. Tag your team members from around the world. Download it, email it, share it, like it, comment, do what you got to do. And now you can go back and watch your Cowboys beat those Giants, or if you're a Giants fan, watch the Giants lose to the Cowboys. But my name is Max Garza III, and I'm out of North America, guys. We will literally see you again on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, guys, don't forget, if you have people in Anaheim, California, next week we'll be doing an actual company overview with Don Nasanka and all of the internal team. And also we'll be doing a product. They're gonna actually do some product training and product development with us, guys. And I'm gonna try and take as many pictures and videos and send that to everybody, put in the group, so that y'all can win massively in 2017. That being said, guys, my name is Max Garza III out of North America. Thank you very much for your time. God bless, and we will see you at the top of the mountain, baby. This webinar is now adjourned.